This is the Healing Hour for April 16th, 2019. This is the Healing Hour. And there's three ways that you can join me for the Healing Hour. I'm with you for the next hour. This is Tyson Bennigan, the Energy Detective, the Illuminator, helping bring you and humanity into the light. And you can join me three different ways. You can phone in toll free, 1-866-369-7464, or you can click the Zoom link wherever you're watching the show. And you can also leave your requests for assistance in the comments below where you're watching the show. If you have any dowsing or energy healing questions that you'd like to ask or receive a healing, there's three ways in which you can get hold of me. You can type in your requests wherever you're watching this Facebook Live show, or you can click the Zoom link and join me live, or you can phone in toll-free in North America, 1-866-369-7464. All the information is in the comments above or the description of the show wherever you're watching it live on Facebook. All right, so you're going to head over to the Dowsing and Energy Healing closed Facebook group and begin to answer some requests there. If somebody could type in and just let me know whether we are live or not, I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, so yeah, we are live. Okay, Catherine McCauley, welcome to the show. Please let your friends know that we are live. And if you have any questions, please type them in here and I'll answer them for you. Start a watch party here. All right, so we're live. Okay. Catherine McCauley, welcome to the show. Please let your friends know that we are live. And if you have any questions, please type them in here and I'll answer them for you. Start a watch party here. All right, so we're live. All right, so I'm back over to Facebook and to take a look at what's happening in the Dowsing and Energy Healing closed Facebook group here. So we just need to type that in here for a sec. We got disconnected. So we'll just reconnect again here. Always fun working with technology. So what I'd like to talk today about is the new Earth. What's happening? Where are we? And what can we do to help bring about this next phase of consciousness on the planet? And if you'd like to phone in, toll free 1-866-369-7464. That's an easy way to get a hold of me. Welcome, Tony, to the show. If you have any questions, please type them in here. And also Catherine or Karen, also, if you'd like to have any systems, I would love a healing. What type of healing would you like? What's happening with you? And don't forget, you can phone in as well. Well, while that's happening, I'm just going to scroll down here and answer some questions. All right, Personal Clearing Tuesday. What do you want to have help with to clear or let go of today? This could be trauma, unresolved emotions, family origin, past life, matriarchal or patriarchal lineages, or inner child. And it looks like we have 9 comments here. So let's see what the requests are. J.G. Spark says he'd like some help with past life, unresolved karma, all the above. Thank you. All right, J.G. Sparks, we'll see what we can do. Sunshine Gabby, clear all lifeless generational knotted cords, matriarchal and patriarchal soul ties, leeches, and parasites. All right, we will take a look at that. And clear trauma. All right, Monique, we'll take a look at that. Julie says that she'd like some. Marie says clear unforgiveness. Okay, and Chris Miller says detoxing from pain and other meds related to 20-year old back injury. Wow. And then Joe Gregory Rene would like forgiveness from my spouse. Um, and Taryn Carr says, yes, please, for all the above. C. John says, stagnant throat, stuck energy in throat. Okay. And Sinad McKenney says, clearing negative feelings of guilt and shame. All right. And J.G. Sparks says, path life, unresolved karma, all the above. Thank you. And last but not least, Sunshine Gabby says, clear all lifetimes, generational knotted cords, matriarchal, patriarchal soul ties, leeches, and parasites. Okay, so we'll do a pretty well overall general one and then come back and see if we got all the specifics here. And this will be not for everybody who has requested this on the call, everybody listening to the call live or tuning into the call as it's being broadcast. So here goes. I, Tyson Bannigan, in my holy name, I'm spinning my pendulum counterclockwise, undertake a clearing of all, on behalf of everybody on this call or listening to this call now and in the future, undertake a clearing to clear all lifeless generational knotted cords, matriarchal and patriarchal soul ties, originating in the family of orgy, soul family or star family lineages, and also removing all leeches and parasites from any and all sources, all unresolved karma, all bleed through from past life, future life, or this life that are negative or non-beneficial. Clear all negativity and feelings of guilt and shame. Remove all blockages to the throat chakra so everybody can speak the truth. All bring about forgiveness, and so that I may let go of any resentment or unresolved conflict I have towards myself or anybody else. Remove all pain related to any medications that I may have been taking for any and all purposes, known or unknown. And to clear any feelings that'll disallow me to forgive not only myself but everybody else. And I clear all trauma and unresolved conflict, core fractures, and toxic emotions from my body now and forevermore. And I declare it so in my holy name. So be it, it is done. So I'm just letting the pendulum spin as it comes to rest, which symbolizes that the action for now is complete. This is a group healing for everybody who requested it, everybody listening to the call now and in the future. Okay, it's still a little bit of action here. Okay, now just checking in on a scale of 0 to 100. So that's clear for now and in this moment. If you want to continue to have benefits from that clearing, then copy it out or take the sound file of that section from the healing hour and repeat the words out loud is better, or listen to it and repeat it after me in the form of a video, and do it for an extended period of time, which will give you the best form of relief. All right. So Grace says, Elsie says all of the above. I think we did all of the above. Okay, Karen says financial issues. Okay, we'll do that. And True Ted, hi. Sanjeev, welcome. Hopefully you're doing well with your 21-day clearing. And Tony, welcome. If you have any questions, please let me know. Let's see, we got everybody's comments here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down Karen, let's do the financial. Okay, what I'm discovering in doing a 40-day or 21-day clearing for financial prosperity or abundance is the root cause is that we don't love ourselves unconditionally. So what I mean by that is our birthright is unlimited abundance, right? It all originates and comes from our inside out, how we approach the world. So if I don't love myself unconditionally, then I'm restricting that flow of energy from the divine to myself and from myself to everybody else. So I need to get out of my own way. So if my life is not prosperous, how am I blocking my own flow? Is it that I'm not giving enough, or that I'm giving my energy with attachment, with the expectation of return, which is getting in my own way, or am I giving because of the desire to give or to serve with no attachment? And am I willing then, if I give with no attachment, am I willing to receive the abundance of the university, which is my birthright, with no attachment? Or are my emotions all caught in up that where I think that if I give X amount, I should receive X amount? So you can get very, very complicated. So getting out of our own way, stepping into the divine flow, and letting it be is probably one of the most difficult things that one can do to achieve this state of grace on the planet. Because the whole thing is, the whole matrix is set up is you got to work hard, you got to do this. If you don't have the right education, you don't get the right job, blah, 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 blah. And in actual fact, it really has nothing to do with that. So let's do that. Let's clear. So I, Tyson Bennigan, in my holy name, on behalf of everybody on this call, listening now and in the future, undertake a clearing of all obstructions to one's abundance, prosperity, financial success. And I clear all intrusions into the inner energy field, all false beliefs about money or currency. I undertake this clearing throughout all the past, present, and future timelines. I also take it through clear it through all the multidimensional levels of reality. I clear any intrusions from this, our life, past life, or future lives. I undertake this clearing from any intrusions or negative impact from my family of origin, my soul family and star family lineages. And I clear myself so that I can love myself unconditionally. And I declare that I am a sovereign human being. So be it. It is done. Thank you. May the pendulum come to rest. Okay. And this one, let's install. So doing it clockwise. I, Tyson Bennigan, in my holy name, declare on behalf of everybody on this call or listening to this call now in the future, I am a sovereign being. I am worthy. I have the ability to love myself unconditionally. I am willing and able to receive the abundance that is my birthright, and I allow it to flow to me with no expectation, desire, or attachment. And I am in service to humanity and the greater whole, according to the law of one which is do no harm. I ask for the most benevolent outcome for all concerned. And in that divine flow, I give and therefore I receive with no expectation and no attachments. And therefore, my life is full of ease and grace. I'm at the right time, at the right place. And I hereby ask Divine Mother, who comes to us in wholeness, totality, and truth, to please run the Divine Mother energy of nothing to do, because I'm always in the right place at the right time. And I declare it so be it. It is done. Thank you. Okay? So there's a good one for prosperity, abundance, self-love, attachment, ability to receive, because they're all interconnected. Karen says, thank you. You're most welcome. Polyneuropathy in hands and feet, please. Helen, that is a little bit more complicated because your body is sending you a message that we need to deal with. And so, neuropathy is if I understand it correctly, is like your hands and feet are going to sleep. So what are you not handling in your life? And what is stopping you from putting your best foot forward? What's stopping you to walk away from what no longer serves you into what would be the new bright light of a new beginning? Why do you have yourself entrapped so that you can't use your heart, hands, and your feet? Those are the questions that I suggest that you ask yourself. And also, is also the book, What is My Body Trying to Tell Me? And if you book a session with me, a free session, the link's in the comments where you're watching the show. I will look it up in the book and give you some more feedback. True Ted, thank you for the gratitude. I much appreciated. Hopefully you're doing well with your 21-day clearing. All right, Crystal Clear, thanks for showing up. Anybody have any more questions or comments? Let me just go over to Zoom and see if anybody's joining me there. You can join me live on Zoom by clicking the link where you're watching the show. If you, it's the same link for every show. It's Zoom, a webinar 493144196. And also, I don't have it in the comments here, but there's toll-free numbers from around the world as well. So I'll make sure that I put those in the comments as well. Maybe I can pick that up right now. Let me just see if I can do that. More invite. Okay, invite. Copy invitation. Okay. So I've copied the invitation. I'm going to post it in the comments. So here's all the information for you to be able to sign up every week and get a notice, and all the international numbers for the rest of the year for the healing hour, right? So you just click the link there for the webinar and it will give you a notice for every time we meet. It also allows you to have all the toll-free numbers. I think they're toll-free, but all the numbers that you can phone in to reach me through Zoom as well. Helena, you're welcome. Hopefully that advice will help. And don't forget, if you'd like some more help, to please book a free session and we'll see what your body's trying to tell you. Although I do give you a sort of a general impression of what's going on. Rabeb, Fami, thanks for joining the show through the watch party. If you'd like to type in any requests for around dowsing and energy healing, please do so and I'll be able to see them. And Martina Fleming, thanks for joining the show. And if you have any requests, please type them in here. Okay, I'm going to scroll down and take a look. Sharon Little is now, I think she's on day 30, if I remember correctly. So she's moved from 21 through her 21-day clearing, and she's going for 40 days. I'm finding this exciting because her feedback seems to indicate so far that there's a lot more clearing, deeper clearing that can happen between day 21 and day 40. And I'm asking her if she can let me know of any changes that she's feeling. So if you've done the 21-day clearing and you'd like to keep going for 40 days, like 40 days and 40 nights in the wilderness like Christ, when he was dealing with the devil or temptation when he said, "Get thee behind me, Satan," is another way that you can do the deep work from day 21 to day 40. I think allows you to do deeper and deeper clearing. So that's my advice. If that's something you'd like to try, by all means, go ahead and please give me feedback as you move along. So we did all the requests for clearing Tuesday, personal clearing. Oh, here's yeah, there's a request here by Ken Graydon about an aura meter, about whether that would be good for dowsing. It's like a pendulum with a spiral that gives it more sensitivity. I have one, and I don't find it. Well, I think what I would like it for is I would like it if I was counting, using a bobber to count what the depth of the water was, right? So if I'm standing over, I've used my L rods to define where the location. So I've pointed an L rod straight ahead, show me the water. I walk that line until my L rod goes like this, and then I take the two L rods and I see if they cross. And if they cross parallel like this, that's where the water is. And then once I've confirmed that, I then walk forward and they open up and then they close. And then I know that between those two lines is the water course. And then I, with a 1L rod, check, is it flowing this way or is it flowing that way? Okay. And then I like to use a pendulum and count it off in tens. or hundreds, depending on how deep it is. Like, is it 10? I start usually with 100. Is it more than 100? Yes. 200, yes, and then keep going and then go down to tens. But a bobber like this one would be nice too because it has that sensitivity, right? And you can program it to the water, and it will, it will bob, can keep bobbing, and you can program it that when you got the right depth, that it doesn't bob anymore. It's a very highly sensitive instrument, and that might be a way in which I use it. But to be quite frank, I really use very few tools, and so I don't think it's necessary. But if you'd like to play with it, by all means do. They're about 100, I think, and $25, so they're not cheap. And Bobby Marks responded and says, "A posse of grand angels and ascended masters will grant you readings and enlightenment any circumstance you may encounter. We use rods and pendulum in their simplicity as a way of connecting with real intelligence. Don't be distracted from where you're going in reality. Make friends, not complications." Yeah, I agree with Bobby to the extent to keep it simple. And, you were really asking the higher part of yourself, or that part that's connected to source, which is, has access to all knowledge and Akashic records, past, present, and future. That's what you're asking for to be your guidance, or where your guidance would originate from. And so, if you have that clear line established when you use your dowsing protocol, then that information is impeccably correct for you for the right time and the place. And it really then becomes independent of the tool. Not that the tool isn't useful to ensure that you are connected, or to do percentages to see how connected you are. That's very, very beneficial. But really, remember, dowsing is training wheels for guidance on demand, right? Your true connection to Source, or Divine Mother, or the source of all that is. All right, clearing Monday. Which hospitals, schools, prisons, graveyards, etc. do you want to help with to clear today? Please give us the full address. And the thing to remember is that while you were asking me to do this clearing for you, I really want you to encourage you to do it for yourself. And also, I would like you to, when you see, like Monique says, she would like to clear this address in Vallarta, or Porta Vallarta, that you see this and that you also clear it as well. Because the more people clearing a particular place, the power of is, what there's the expression where two or more are gathered, there am I, which Christ says. So it's not, it's a geometrical progression of energy when one or more people actually assist in clearing a particular part, a place on the planet. So while you're asking me to do it, please, you do it, I do it, and do it for the next person. So Brenda Lena would like to do a hospital that she's currently in Foothills. And yes, please, if you're visiting a hospital or you're in a hospital, please clear the hospital before you go in, and clear the hospital on your way out. If you've listened to calls before, I've instructed you how to install a Christ grid into the hospital so that everybody coming through the front door is enlivened or enlightened, and they either receive their healing quite quickly, or they're allowing themselves to pass over with ease and grace to the next side, if that's what they're there in the hospital to do. All right, Randy Carpenter. Hi, Brandy. I haven't heard from you for a long time. She'd like to clear the Kootenai River Casino near the Plaza Drive near Bonner's Ferry in Idaho. And Taryn would like to do uh, an address in the UK. And Sunshine Gabby would like to do one in Des Moines, Ohio. So let's do a general one here and give you the wording and how to do this. So I would say, "Hi, Tyson Bannigan, in my holy name, on behalf of everybody on this call now and in the future that would like to clear an address, to please hold in your mind's eye the address that you'd like to clear, or write it on a piece of paper and put your hand over it, and then say, I, state your full name, undertake this clearing of this property, and I ask to remove, with the assistance of elemental forces, all geopathic stress in, around, or passing through this building. And I clear it throughout all time, space, and dimensions, both known or unknown. And I declare it as an energy-free stone that enlivens all people who enter this property or this place. And I declare it so be it, it is done. Thank you. And I have my cat here, Josie, up on my lap, who's assisting me with the clearing today. So I don't know if you can see her, but there you go, Josie. Welcome aboard. Okay, so that's it. So that's how you would do a clearing, and ending up, I declare it so in my holy name, so be it. It is done. So just fill in the blanks and for the property you want to clear. And while you're, if you want to type it in here, please do. So Sharon Little has a request. Oh, she's approving, wanting me, she's on day 31. Way to go, Sharon Little. Day 31 of the clearing. All right, so I'm just going to look here at any more requests. Grace would like to restore her memory due to many strokes. I'm ever grateful. Okay. All right, let me just see. My gratitude is full of the love you spread. Well, thank you, Grace, and may you be full of gratitude in the love that you spread. All right, so let's do memory. So, Grace, what is your body saying to you? What part of your life don't you want to remember? What part of you has so much trauma that you would rather not deal with it? What part of your memory is blocked, which is really like your soul isn't in your body because it doesn't feel safe? I'd like you to sit in meditation and ask yourself those questions over a period of time. And why are there many strokes? Why are there tsunamis or volcanoes that are occurring? What is it that I'm not dealing with that my body is in rebellion in wanting to wake me up with many strokes? Okay, those are the questions. If you'd like to book a free session, we'll use what is my body trying to tell me, and we would go deeper. In the meantime, Grace, let's do a clearing for you. It will go like this. I, Tyson Bannigan, I'm getting shivers up my spine. So, Grace, this is a very important one. So lots of shivers up and full Kundalini, a rush around that. So Grace, Leslie, I, Tyson Banning, on behalf of Grace Leslie, undertake a clearing of her bioenergy field to remove any and all unresolved core fractures, toxic emotions, or unresolved emotions from any and all sources, known or unknown, that may be adversely affecting her and leading to many strokes and the loss of memory. And we undertake this clearing through the multidimensional levels of reality throughout all timelines, known or unknown. And we clear any residual bleed through from any lifetime, past, present, or future. And we clear any bleed through from family of origin, matriarchal, patriarchal, soul family, or star family lineages. And we undertake this clearing throughout all time, space, and dimensions, both known or unknown. And I declare it so in my holy name. And you also, Grace, Leslie, say, and I declare it so in my holy name. So be it, it is done, and then thank you. And I might in this one include also the Ho'oponopono prayer, because all of this is showing up in your life for your own lessons to learn. So I would go, I love you, which is I love myself. I love the situation that I've created. So I love you. I'm sorry to my body that I'm having to have these, this feedback from my body, which is a living entity telling me these things because somehow I'm not able to listen. So I love you. I love you, body. I'm sorry that I can't hear you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me because I haven't been able to understand what your true message is. So I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And thank you for reminding me that I can love my body unconditionally and love myself and heal myself. And I declare it so, so be it, it is done. So, Grace, hopefully that will help you. Or anybody else on this call. And Helena, you could use that same wording also to work on your situation as well. So I think that would help as well. All right, let me see here. 18 comments. Okay, so we got all 18 comments here. If I haven't missed, could you help me understand giving without any expectation? Isn't that thought itself a result of an expectation? Is there any technique to just become giving? Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, I think one of the best things to do, Ted, around all that is in a 90-day plan is to state what it is that you want financially and in your life, and what would you like to manifest or show. Let's put it in. Don't even need to use the word man. What would you like to show up in your life, right? Because you create the world you live in. If you don't ask, you don't receive. If you don't knock, the door won't be open. So by asking and stating what you want, that's your job, is to ask, right? How it ends up or how it arrives from the universe or creator God or the infinite is none of your business. It could end up as a UPS delivery. It could be a trade. It could come in any way, and sometimes an inconceivable way that will arrive. So the important thing is to ask. And with no expectation means that you really know that it will come, right? That it will, if it's the right time and the right place, then it will come, and that you're truly grateful for it to come. So that's what I mean by no expectation, right? That you're allowing yourself to state what you want and allowing yourself to receive with no expectation about how it would arrive. Hopefully that makes sense. So if you could get back to me in the comments to let me know whether that does make sense to you or not. Ted? All right, so I'm going to scroll down here and see. Okay, so this is in the watch party. So Rabib family, thank you for joining. Martina Fleming and 3 others. That would be Lorenzo the second and Rehab family. Thank you, and please share this to your network. Thanks for joining the show. Rehab says, how long of practice before I trust the answers? Great question. Well, normally a 21-day deep clearing. If you don't know about that, then please click through here. Actually, you can download it, I think, in the files as a copy of it. Um, 21 days to 40 days is really getting yourself out of your own way, getting yourself back in your body, taking your power, standing in your truth. And the more that you do that, the less interruptions there are from any outside forces or bleed throughs from past life or any other sources. And therefore, the more you're in your body, the more you're in your divinity, the more you're taking back your power and standing in the truth, the more the answers from your pendulum are reliable and true. Another thing that you can also do is stay. What I like to do is take a pendulum. This is from More Than the Beginnings dowsing course. So if you're a new dowser and like to know how to work with me, there's 2 ways that you can do that. One is make sure you got the free book that is available to you when you signed on into this group by John Living. He has a slightly different way of doing yes and no than I do, but the information is really, really helpful. And he has charts in there that you can use to make sure that your dowsing is accurate. The other thing you can do is in the More Than a Dowsing Energy, more than a beginner's dowsing course, is I ask you to blow on your pendulum 3 times. That's your breath of life. You're imbuing your energy into your pendulum. And then I want you to state 3 times, when I use my pendulum, I only want the answers from my higher self connected to source. When I use my pendulum, I only want my answers from my higher self connected to source. And last but not least, every time I use my pendulum, I want my answers, only want my answers from my higher self connected to source. In other words, you don't want your human mind consciousness in the way of the answers. Therefore, every time you are using your pendulum, you're connecting to source, and therefore you get clear and guidance that you can rely on. So, Rahib, hopefully that answers your question. Feel free to ask any more if you like. And Shagib, I think that Shander, hi back to you. Welcome to the show. Do you have any questions or requests? Please let me know. Okay, see here. So Sharon, I asked her on Deep D30, is she noticing any changes? And said, yes, I am, lots of them. Now I'm really curious, Sharon. So if you're listening to the show here, what are they? What are you noticing? Because I have a feeling that you're going deeper than most anybody else has using the deep pendulum clearing. And I think there's something really, really beneficial between day 21 and 40. And I'm really curious because you're sort of like the first one that's really documenting this. And I'm excited to know what your results are. Okay, I'm just going to go over to Zoom, see if anybody has joined me there. No, don't forget, the link is available wherever you're watching the show. Click the Zoom link, and that will bring you in. I also posted it so that you can click the link, and it will notify you every time that the healing hour is happening, and that you can join me live. So I'm just going to find that comment if I can, wherever it went, and put it into the watch party. Okay, I'll do it over here again. I'll do it, recopy it, copy invitation, and then we're going to go over here. And in the watch party, we'll post it there so you can click on that and we'll download it and give you a notice for every time that that the show is available. It's the same number and the same Zoom link for this year, for the rest of the year. Okay, so here goes. There you are. There's all the information and the link to click that will bring you into the Zoom call, and also gives you the international numbers you can phone in. And of course, you can phone in toll free in North America, 1-866-369-7464. Wherever you're watching the show, you can also find that information as well. I think in the watch party, you probably don't have that information. So I'll just copy it as well and put that information into the watch party as well. So everybody's on the same page, so to speak. So let me just see, edit posts. Okay. So we're just going to edit the watch party post and put the information in there. Okay. So it's now in the watch party post as well. It's above the video that you're watching me live is all the information as well on how to join me on the show today. All right, so there's 4 people on the watch party. There's 11 people on the live show. So thank you all for showing up. Ted, you're welcome. Hopefully that was helpful. Grace, and so it is, and so it is. Grace, I hope that was helpful for you, and I really, nothing, one of the things that I've heard, Grace, is that one of the things about human mind consciousness and this time of the new earth is that it's not that time is speeding up so much, it's consciousness is getting faster and faster. And our ability to remember things is not so important because it really is in the moment that it's important. In other words, the guidance you're receiving is more important than your intellectual knowledge. So if you're forgetting things, it can mean that you need to tune in to the guidance that's important for you in the moment. Hopefully that makes sense to you. I know I have a good memory, but I also know that it has to do with the past. And while it's valuable to know what happened in the past, it's far more valuable for me to be still and to be silent and to ask for guidance and know what is relevant in the present moment. So, another way to look at why your memory or our memories are a little bit failing is because we're really being asked to have good, clear, crisp guidance in the moment. Okay? All right. So I'm going to scroll down, and while I'm waiting for somebody to phone in or ask any more questions, I'm going to scroll down and answer some more questions in here. Personal Clearing Tuesday. We did that one. Okay. We went down and we did buildings on Building Monday. And then we're going to scroll down some more. And Gratitude Sunday. Sunshine Gabby says, grateful for a sound mind. Yeah, that's a good one. And Daphne says, grateful for the PPLMIL, people in my life. That's a good one. And Monique says, grateful for wisdom and health. That's a good one. And Taryn says, health, wealth, and happiness. Yeah, those are my three favorite as well. Health, wealth, and happiness. Okay, elemental assisted Sunday. What elemental forces, fire, air, earth, air, and water, and it should include ether, do you want assistance with in order to do what? So Melissa says, fire energy for action. Absolutely. So, and Sunshine Gabby says, all of a fire, earth, air, water for balance, easy flow, and grounding. Okay. And Monique says, fire, the magic, the miracles, the cleansing, the manifestation, and the power. And the power and the glory. And water to cool and heal my dog. All right. And ether to align myself with its power. Love that. Okay. And fire for action and energy. And all of the above. Okay. So here it goes. So let's see. So here's this also in my book are invitations or invocations to each one of the elementals. So an invocation could go like this. So I, Tyson Vanagan, in my holy name, call on the assistance of the element of fire, which is the salamander, to balance the fire within my being, to burn away all dross that no longer serves me, to give me fire in the belly to have energy to get me through my day, to fire to consume all that no longer serves me, fire to digest my food and extract the very essence of it, the alchemy of my body through the fire of alchemy to have the nutrient value that my body needs. Fire to cleanse my skin in my body, to burn off all the dross, all of what no longer serves me, to purify and cleanse my body. Okay? And I declare it so be it. Thank you, the salamanders of fire, for your assistance in my elemental body structure. And I call the elemental part of my being the elemental I. So to balance them in my body, I would say I call on my elemental I with this connection to all of the elemental forces in my body to operate my body in balance, to balance the fire, air, earth, air, and water, and ether, to balance my Kundalini sexual evolutionary consciousness, the divine flow that connects me to Mother Earth, into all the stars and all of creation. And I ask that all of this be in a perfect accordance with symmetry and abundance from the divine flow that flows from heaven through me into earth, and from heaven through me and back to heaven, and an infinite divine Vesica Pisces, like an infinite sign, like a Rubik's cube, a multiple variations that come back to the one that joins it all. And I ask that this be so. And I say, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I declare it so, so be it. It is done. So that's like a prayer to balance all the energies. Sunshine, Gabby, hopefully that would help you. And we did one for fire. And ether is that essence, that almost that indescribable essence, like the Tao, which is beyond words, the ineffable Tao, uh, the ineffable energy of ether. Um, so it would be like this: I step into that essence of the now moment that embraces all moments, into the divine flow that embraces all flow, which is now not a flow. I am the still point between the beginning and the end, between the alpha and the omega. I'm in the center of the infinity sign. I'm in the null point, in the 0 point. I am the beginning and the end. I receive and I give. And in this moment, I am all and I am nothing. I know and I know nothing. I become yet I'm ending. And in this dwelling place, all is available to me. The past, the present, the future is all accessible. And in this divine flow, I sit in solitude, knowing that I'm always in the right place at the right time to receive whatever it is that I am to receive. There is no struggle, there's nowhere to go, and nothing to do, because I'm already there. And I declare it so. In gratitude, so be it. It is done. Thank you. And the more that you can allow yourself to sit in that null point and step into it and breathe it through your being and feel it, that one with all that is, where the I dissolves into the I am, and the I am dissolves into I am everything, and everything is me. So it would go like this: I call on Divine Mother, who comes to with wholeness, totality, and truth, to run the divine energy of I am that. Thou art that. All this is that. That is all there is. And if you can sit and run with that, then everything collapses into that 0 point of infinitude and nothing. And that's the Tao, indescribable. It's everything and nothing. It's everywhere and nowhere. It's as big as what you can imagine, and it's smaller than you can imagine. It's beyond time and space. It just is. There, and therefore, in dwelling in that place, there's great solitude, comfort, ease, and grace as you flow with all that is and are able to receive. All right. So that's a little bit on the elemental forces. And then there's a post that I put, what people think being highly sensitive means. And I am about to launch a new program, which is the Impasse Manual for Planet Earth. And if that's something that you would like to, if you've incarnated on the planet and you wonder who dropped you off and why they haven't come back to pick you up, and this planet makes no sense to you at all because you don't have the rule book or the manual and you don't know why people act the way that they do, then most likely you're an empath and you're a highly sensitive person. And most people don't understand you. They think you're highly emotional and irrational. And why don't you just get with the program and settle down and settle into the matrix and behave yourself, sit down and shut up in your classroom, put down your hand and stop asking those embarrassing questions and just get with the program. And if you know that you are never to be with the program, that you're here to do bigger things, like bring about planetary change and transformation, and you know that in the heart of your heart, then this is the program for you, and you need to be working with me because that's my passion. That's what I'm here to do, is help bring heaven on earth and I'll keep incarnating until we get this job done. So what this means is a highly sensitive person really means that you're empathic, you're intuitive, you're creative, you're a visionary, you're a deep thinker. You think deeply and you listen deep. You feel, you're deeply spiritual, you're a deep feeler, you're excellent with language, you have deep belief in justice, and you're detail oriented, and you have acute awareness of all the subtleties. And Narinda wants to talk to me tomorrow, but Narinda, you could also be on the healing hour right now. So I'm just going to type that in. Just letting her know. I know lots of people want my time, but the easiest way for me to give you time and help you without consuming a lot of my own time, because I have to put bread and butter on the table, is to join me on the healing hour and to ask me there, right? Um, Otherwise, if you're doing a free session and you just want a healing and you don't have the money to pay, then that's really, really is time consuming. And I don't mind doing it for you, but I do, like I say, I do have to charge people to do the deeper work. So I'm just going to let her know that we're on there now. And yeah, Narinda, we're working on some deep issues together. So I understand that the healing hour is probably not relevant to her at the moment. But, and which it goes on to show you that if you do need deeper work, right, that don't feel free to reach out to me to do the deeper work, which is removing toxic emotions, core fractures, doing exorcism possession, dealing with trauma that is deeply rooted from your childhood or past life, that's bleeding through, or any possession problems, then we need to do deeper sessions together. All right, so let's see here. We got Peace Process Wednesday. We are clearing places of violence worldwide, such as war zones. Where do you want some help to release trapped human emotion? In the earth, or geopathic stress, or brackish or black trapped water that needs to be released so does not lead to possible illness and disease. All right, so cemetery grounds, absolutely. New staff rooms of schools, right? That's a good one. And three more comments. See, Jean wants a place in Trinidad. And Monique wants clear trapped emotions or trauma in the earth from all sources. Yeah, that's a brand new program that we're doing. If you want to learn about geopathic stress, how to remove it, if you want to learn how to activate sacred vortices on the planet, you want to learn how to clear them, that would be fantastic. I'm also going to be in Roslyn Cathedral. I'm hiring a guide in Roslyn Cathedral on August the 1st. So if you want to meet me in Roslyn Cathedral and learn about that as the crown chakra for the Knights Templar, you want to learn about that, you can join me there. Just PM me and tell me that you'll meet me and the guide right there. And we're going to go into the Glen. We're going to go into Roslyn Glen, where the flow of energy passes through the landscape there like a serpent energy. And so that's August the 1st in Scotland at Roslyn Cathedral. Be square or be there, okay? You may want to join me. All right, so let's go here. So that's where we're going to learn how to clear trapped emotions out of the earth. And that's the new program that I am launching. It's I haven't come up with a total a name with it, but it's really it's a boots on the ground program where we're going to do the clearing at a distance. We're going to do properties, stargates, vortices, clearing landscapes, doing all that sort of work. If this is something you're interested in, please PM me. It's a 90-minute mastermind once a week. Okay, and it's a year-long program leading to certification. Okay, so I, Tyson Bennigan, in my holy name, working with the elemental forces and Divine Mother Gaia and Divine Mother and Mother Gaia, asked to relieve all trapped emotions or trauma in the earth from any geopathic stress originating from crisis, trauma, wars, pestilence, unresolved emotional sources of trauma from any and all sources known or unknown. And we clear the earth and all of our vortices and all of our power points, and including cleansing and healing what's happened at the cathedral with the cathedral fire, which is a transmutation that occurred yesterday in Paris, right? That spira between heaven and earth had to be cleansed and was purified, unfortunately, leading to a fire, right? And so by cleaning the earth of all the trauma, these sorts of incidents do not need to occur. We do need to have tsunamis or earthquakes or volcanoes to wake us up. We can have heaven on earth, literally recreate the Garden of Eden by releasing the trauma from the humans, from wars and pestilence and improper actions, improper thoughts, words, deeds, and actions. And we release that trauma from the earth can cleanse herself. The queen ascends back to the throne, and she inhabits the sacred sites because they're free and clear, rather than the earth being the Divine Mother Gaia retreating into the cave and deeper in the earth because of the trauma that's occurring on the surface, created by humans. So this is a new earth, and to help her release the trauma so that she can return back to her throne, right? And to bless all the beings of earth, which is us, and all the living essences, all the life forms, and we will have heaven on earth. All right. So I clear all trapped emotions, all geopathic stress from any and all sources known or unknown, and I release it and return it and bless it with pure divine light, cleanse and heal and repair. And I activate all of the chakras, earth chakras, to 100% of their magnificence of pure divine light. And I declare it so in my holy name. So be it, it is done. Okay. So that is for Wednesday. And clearing Friday. Okay, so specific areas of Mother Earth or planetary systems such as rivers, streams, ocean currents, tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes that you want some help with. We just talked about that. There's some requests for the Yamuna River in Delhi. There's a request for a river in Kalamazoo, Michigan. There's a request for the Yamuna River in Delhi. Yamuna River in Delhi, and green patch in front of my house. Yeah, green patches in front of our house. Maybe you need a garden in front of your house instead of a green patch. All right, so let's do that. Let's do that. So we did some of that, which in the one previously, which is removing all of the trauma from the earth, right? So that really covers this one. So let's do one. So we call on Divine Mother and Mother Earth and the elemental forces to help clear all of the rivers, all of the divine energy flow, all of the blood of Mother Earth, which is our rivers and water systems, of all trapped emotions, to release all emotions can be evaporated, so all brackish water can be purified from all trapped emotions, can be released and returned to source to be cleansed, healed, and blessed and released, or sent to Mother Earth to be ground and repurposed, like grandmother in the Mayan cosmology. Grandmother grinds the bones, like she grinds corn. She grinds the bones to recirculate the energy of the human, of the trauma, of the birth, back into the life force. So she's the transmuter of old energy that no longer serves, which back into new energy. Or another way you can look at it is there's always needs to be a compost pile where the shit, needs to be transformed into light, which increases growth, right? Without manure, we don't have wonderful, succulent vegetables and beautiful trees and apples and fruits to eat. So, this whole cycle is really necessary from birth to death. It's when it gets trapped in any one of those stages that it becomes toxic. Okay, so there you are. That's a little clearing, and I declare it so in my holy name, so be it. It is done. So that's the Clearing Friday. So we're top of the hour. I'm just going to scroll back up and see if there's any more comments from those that were listening into the show. And don't forget, same time, same place, every week, you can tune in and click the link and join me live or even phone in. All right. So Trudy says, good morning. Trudy, how are you? Good to hear you. Don't forget, you can join me on Zoom every week. I miss you. Carolyn, thanks. Well, thank you too. And Rosalind, aha, yes, come pick me up. Yeah, I will, wherever you are. Ted said, if you have time, can you please tell us on which of my chakras are not spinning optimally? Okay, well, now let's see here. Let's do that for everyone. So everybody on this call, I install in my holy name for everybody on this call that all the chakras be aligned. Their chakras be aligned, and that they be totally in line with Divine Mother. Does Gaia evolves, that you evolve in harmony with Gaia, and as the new energies are downloaded from the stars and the planets, that you are aligned with ease and grace with those upgrades as well. Okay, great. And I declare it so, so be it. It is done. Thank you. Okay, so there you are. You're all aligned. Okay, 24 comments. Hopefully we got everybody. If I missed you, my apologies. I'll go through the comments after the show. Let's see. Rahab says, for you, Reiki and Pendulum, which works best? They're both divine energy. I'm a Reiki master. Reiki master is just part of who I am. I make no distinction between using a pendulum and Reiki energy and the healing work that I do. They're just all one and the same thing. So yeah, when you take all of these certifications and these techniques, they just become part of who you are. Okay. Don't forget, I've invited you on the Zoom webinar. If you download that link, it will give you the notice and remind you of every upcoming Tuesday and how to join me. Rab says, thank you very much. I'm grateful. Thank you for showing up. All right, so there you are. We're going to call this a wrap. So this was Tyson Bannikin, the energy detective, the healing, the energy detective, and the illuminator, bring you and humanity in the light. Remember, if you need some assistance, you can click the link for our free 15-minute empowerment session, and I can help you get from where you are to where you want to be and help arrange for you to do deeper work with me if we need to clear what no longer serves you, which is maybe core fractures, toxic emotions that may be bleed through from this life or any past life. Don't forget that if you're interested in learning about geomancy, working with the earth energies, learning how to clear properties, activate sacred sites, also to travel to sacred sites, you can also join me in Roslyn Cathedral August the 1st at the front door and join me on a tour there. Or you can also join the group, the mastermind. We meet once a week for 40 minutes. We're learning dowsing and energy healing of vortices, the Earth's biorhythmic system, her power points, her chakras, her sacred centers, her how to work with the landscape divas, how to create sacred ceremony, how to make your property a sacred site, how to make ceremonial centers, how to activate them, how to work with the elemental forces, how to do all of that, and how to be one with Mother Earth, how to become an Earth steward, how to bring about the new Earth. If any of that relates to you, excuse me, then PM me and say that you're interested. And I'll hook you up with the latest information. Working on a landing page for this program, brand new program, but it's also part of the book that I've been writing, which is Dowsing for Personal and Planetary Transformation. Okay, so this is the planetary part of the transformation. So first you learn how to clear yourself, then you turn around and learn how to clear the planet. And if you want to know more about clearing the planetary timelines of control, then that's posted there. And join us in the 40-day clearing. Please give us some feedback of what's working with you in that clearing protocol for the planet and what's working with you for your personal clearing as well. Once again, this is Tyson Bennigan. In time, same place, be healthy, wealthy, and wise. Bye for now. The Healing Hour, brought to you every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time or 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. During the show, you can phone in toll-free in North America, 1-866-369-7464 or 1-866-1000. The Healing Hour is live on Facebook, hosted by the Extraordinary Healing Arts Academy and sponsored by the Facebook page, The Healing Arts Academy. Produced by The Wellness Show, and until next Tuesday, same time, same place, be healthy, wealthy, and wise.